Now, who do we have as our lowest? Alistair's still very low, actually. Wow. Leon as well. Ooh, Zevran's really down there. That's right, he actually gets almost no gifts. I think before I do the neutral gifts, I'm going to talk to everyone and see if I gain any more during it, see if there's any changes. Okay, so there was absolutely nothing anyone was saying. So let's go ahead and try to give out some of these neutral ones and see what happens. Of course, we'll start with Zevran and just go down the list.
You have excellent taste. How nice.
Okay, I heard. Yeah. So let's go ahead and try to talk to him now.
Here I am.
Can I answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Still
Here I
nothing.
am. Again? I'm game.
Nothing. Alright. Let's go ahead and shift over to Alistair now. Give him a little bit.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Alright, Alistair. Tell me you have something new.
Something on your mind?
I don't want to pursue with him, but let's see where this goes.
Not unless they were asking me for a favor. Well, there was that one time in Denerim, but those women were not like you. Why? Is this your way of telling me you think I'm handsome?
Just an observation. Don't get excited.
Just idle conversation, huh? Not flirting at all? All right then, have it your way.
Oh, disapproval. Damn. I want that though. Okay, let's try this again.
Something on your mind? Why? Is this your way of telling me you think I'm handsome?
Okay, let's just try this. If it is, what then?
Oh, nothing much. I just get to grin a bit and look foolish for a while.
Okay, so nothing new. There we go, 3 approval. We'll take that.
At your service. Of course.
Oh shit, get a lot more now.
Such as
I
they
don't
are.
think we'll get anything new. Yeah,
About the
nothing new
Grey
right
Wardens,
there.
anyhow. At your service. Of course.
Okay. If you were raised in the Chantry, have you never...
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
Come on, say it's sex? It's kind of very random. Yeah, I'll just come right out and say it's sex.
Oh, so that's what we're talking about. I admit I've never had a woman just come out and ask me like this, that's for sure. I myself never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
Oh, I see. You like the proper parts. Jeez. You've never had the opportunity.
Well, living in the Chantry is not exactly a life for rambunctious boys. They taught me to be a gentleman, especially in the presence of beautiful women such as yourself. That's not so bad, is it?
No, not really, no.
Good. You'd want a gentleman to court you, wouldn't you? If you were to be courted by someone, that is.
Might lose some approval. I don't want to pursue with him, though. Not my type.
Ah. Well said. Enough. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's go.
Yeah, too disapproval. I think we have to go with it. Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Something on your mind? Of course.
What changes about your What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
Well, you've been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
Just try that line on me. He wouldn't tell you?
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
I haven't felt anything like that.
Really? Because I was watching you wolf down food the other day, and I thought, ooh, it's a good thing she gets a lot of exercise.
What could I say? I'm a grown girl.
I'll say. I didn't mean it like that. No, don't hit me. I bruise easily. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Nightmares. Yes. I know what you mean.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
This time has come?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take. The Taint, it's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
Now we heard someone kind of faintly mention about that. Why Orzammar?
You'll always find Darkspawn down where the dwarves are. The oldest Grey Wardens head to the deep roads for one last glorious battle. Not that there's a shortage of Darkspawn during a blight, but that's the tradition. The dwarves respect us for it. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. And there you have it.
high price to pay.
I suppose it is. We're the only ones who can stop the Blight, however. Is there a price too high to pay for that? You know, Duncan... He started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
Got what he deserved? Damn. He will be remembered, Alistair. As will the others.
I know. Ending the Blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
That's improved.
Something on your mind? Of course.
What was it like to be a Grey Warden, with all the others?
I didn't know them for very long. But I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family, since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
No, I'd like to hear about them.
There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfells. What was his name? Gregor... He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
Sounds like you had a lot of fun.
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... Well, anyhow. It doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly... Until...
Fuck, man. You can be a total ass. I think we gotta be realistic here. A lot of people have died, Alistair. And a lot more will.
Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all. There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
Let's not talk about it. Jeez. You have memories of him.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all. Well, there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go.
Still got the approval.
I'm wondering something. I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions. Do you mind if I ask?
Sure. Go ahead. I don't mind.
How about Ogren? You must have an opinion on the smell, at the very least.
I thought you two would get along. I mean, technically we really don't know yet. But he's an excellent warrior.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. For a drunk, he's an excellent warrior, right? How he lifts his sword is a bit of a mystery. Though I suppose the point is that he does lift it. And so long as we can point him in the right direction, he charges too. He has gusto, I'll give him that. Zevran, the elf. You can't trust him, can you? Do you believe his so-called vow?
No opinion next. Maybe. We'll see.
That's a lot to put on a maybe, isn't it? He's an assassin. The crows aren't known for giving up. Maybe he's just biding his time.
He's very useful.
Yes, well, he is at that. So useful, you could just die, right? What about Sten? The way he looks at me with those eyes. Creepy. And he's so quiet for someone so big.
Oh, you must not have heard him earlier. He's dedicated. I'll give him that.
Yet he doesn't seem quite so bad as the Chantry tells us. According to them, his philosophy is vile and evil. Yet he seems so reasonable. And yet, he killed all those people. He doesn't even deny it. Doesn't that bother you?
He's honest. Means he's good at what he does, huh? He seems to regret what he did.
I'm not so sure that his regret means the same as it would for us. The Kunari sense of honor is a bit hard to grasp. For me, anyway. What about Liliana? Is she crazy? Or do you really believe in her vision?
She's crazy without a doubt. I'll go with 3. I believe that she believes in her vision.
That's one way to put it. I noticed that you and her have become close. Am I right? The rest of us have talked about it.
You talked about us? Yes, we have a connection.
I thought so. Well, I hope you know what you're doing. I don't know what to make of her. If you look at her when she doesn't see you, she just looks so sad. I almost feel guilty taking her away from her life.
See, that could have gone just slightly different if I kind of kept the interest with him going, or make him seem like I was interested. Because that could lead to a massive approval drop as the game goes on for one side. It was her choice.
Yes, I know. Still, I feel badly for her. Morrigan, do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for some other reason than she said.
Okay, we do know he's right. But technically that wouldn't be betraying us. Maybe betraying Morgan, but what reason could she have to betray us?
Hello? Have you met her? I think she'd need a reason not to betray us.
I think we're useful to her.
Well, there is that. Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Okay, one approval. That works.
Something on your mind? Of course. Such as they are. About the Grey... Something
Okay.
on your mind?
So that's it for now. We still do have some gifts. Let's go through them. Got Alistair to 36, that's not too bad. Looks like we need Zevran next. Alright. So we'll give Zevran this last bit of gifts.
How nice. How nice. How nice. How nice.
Alright, let's see if we got any more chat from him.
I've a question, if
Alright,
I
sweet.
may.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Hmm. Why would I do anything with you?
Oh, I imply nothing specific, of course. One simply assumes that once your Grey Warden business is finished, you would have no need of an assassin to follow you about. Am I wrong?
Obviously, you can pursue a relationship with him as well. If you're a male warden, you can pursue with Morrigan, and then you can't with Alistair. So either way, male or female, you have 3 choices. I could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes? What say you? By all means.
Work our way down. So tell me about your adventures.
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
You certainly talk like you've had some adventures.
Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure. I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes. Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
Meddling how?
How should I know? I got the impression it involved sex, but then I get that impression about most everything. Odd, really. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
After killing her, anyhow.
Yes, but not on purpose, actually. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
So you didn't actually kill her?
Not actually, no. I was a bit unimpressed by the development at first. Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the Crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The Circle of Magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
Except for the mage. I think I'll go with that one.
I suppose, but she was dead. She didn't need to be happy. It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
So you never mix business with pleasure.
Oh, I might be convinced. I think that it would take being captured and tied up by a beautiful woman at the very least.
Trying to say something? I wasn't talking about me.
You should see your face when you say that. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid. Ah, the good old days.
Still got some approval.
What say you?
At least I think it was new approval.
By all means.
See if we can get more.
Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
Sure. If you like. Certainly.
No, I'll not inflict that upon you just yet. Let's see, how about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts?
You killed a prince.
Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Azrin was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells.
This sort of thing common in Antiva?
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
So what'd you do?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
Wow. You got robbed by urchins.
I had to find my way back to the safe house, bruised and naked, and thankful to be alive. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Quite the story.
What say you? By all means. Well, the only one that's really worth telling is the story of the mission right before I came to Ferelden. But no, I would rather not. I shouldn't have said anything.
Why not? What's the problem?
Nothing that I would prefer to speak of. Perhaps another day, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What say you? Again? I'm game. What say you?
Do you stare at everyone like that?
Not everyone, but a beautiful woman like yourself. Why not? I'm sure you draw many stares from men and even other women. Does this bother you?
Not really, no.
But you would prefer I desisted, perhaps. It would be difficult traveling as we do in close proximity, but I am nothing if not a gentleman.
I just can't trust you. Huh. I mean, we don't really care. I think this is probably the best neutral one. No, I really don't mind.
Then I shall keep that in mind, and perhaps even redouble my efforts. There was a young elven dancer in Antiva City once, and I believe I actually managed to stare off all 7 of her skirts. It's a trick worth retrying. Now that that is out of the way, perhaps we should move on. With you in front, of course.
He's getting a few too many ideas from that answer.
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. Again? I'm game.
Oh shit, here we go. Okay, we're not taking that. Oh shit, it did start one. You must have quite a history with women, I mean.
This could be a sensitive topic, my dear lady. Are you sure you wish to voyage there?
I asked, didn't I?
As you wish. Let me start by saying that my history is varied, indeed. It has also not been restricted to women. Does that offend you?
Should it?
Perhaps. That is entirely up to you. I grew up amongst whores, my dear. Sex is best when done well, and truly, that is my only rule. Do I prefer women? Yes, I believe I do. But you must understand that a certain open-mindedness is sought by the crows in their recruits, for very good reasons.
I think I understand.
This is a new path I am on now. It would be interesting to see where it leads. Already it has been many new things. I cannot change my past, obviously. I regret far more than the men and women I have been with, and if that is more than you can bear, well, then it is good we know now, yes?
You sound like you've been through a lot.
Ah, it's just old scars and nothing more which you see. Ignore them as I do, and perhaps they'll go away. Ah, enough talk of the past. It is what lies ahead that is important, no?
Well, we got a lot of approval at least. So I'm pretty sure we're about to lose some.
All right, but I get to stay.
Let's see if we can get this part though.
I suppose the crows are already furious, yes? What harm is another tweak to their nose? If you wish to be trained in the basics of an assassin, I can certainly show you. Or anyone else who is also a rogue. It shall be fun. I will make it fun, I promise.
There we go.
Again? I'm game.
Okay, we need to end this.
I see. I am tempted to ask why, but I suspect I already know the answer.
Liliana?
I swore to remain at your side, so here I shall remain. Yet you would have us be strangers, so be it.
I didn't say strangers. Fucking 20, jeez.
What say you? Again? I'm game.
What's he at? Back to 28. So after all that, we only really went up 3. It's really risky going down that much. I might let it just play out instead, and then choose later.
Yes? Something you need?
Okay. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I might lose less, because 20 is a lot, and I might be able to make do with his bonus at the moment. No reason to drop it right now. I think with that though, we're ready to get out of here. Okay, so we need
Yes.
tank, bugger, our mage.
Yes.
And straight into Orzammar.